Hi everyone. So today I'm hiding in my son's bedroom because the kids are driving us mad. And we've had probably about 3 hours sleep last night. So yeah, good times. So I just thought I would share a quick video about my feelings on my learning journey and some things that have been occurring to me over the last few weeks. So some of you know that I was mad enough to undertake a psychology master's in the middle of a pandemic, which weirdly enough has been really hard. So yeah, I'm cracking on with that. And something that I've been thinking about is that it's really pushed me out of my comfort zone, and there are parts to the course that I find really alien to me because they're things that you wouldn't necessarily associate with psychology, things that you wouldn't necessarily enjoy doing. And it got me thinking about some of the experiences that the families I work with are describing and how their children's mental health and self-esteem are being really affected at the moment. Um, and even though I'm a professional and a teacher and an SEN specialist, um, I am still struggling with my self esteem when I struggle with a piece of work or something that's really difficult to me, even though I'm reminding myself that my symptoms are making that task quite a lot harder than it would be for Joe Bloggs. So, for example, at the moment, we're using something called SPSS, which, for those of you that don't know, is like a really evil version of Excel. It involves you coding, putting in equations, trying out different versions of tables, and it's really the antithesis of what I would say I enjoy. And it's been challenging to say the least. And something I've noticed is that when I'm stressed, my ability to read off information on a line becomes very difficult. And even things like filling in a lottery ticket, I will always doubt that I've put it on the right line, and I need to double check it because the lines can not stay in the same place. And this is not to be confused with dyslexia. I don't have dyslexia. And it's not to do with a vision problem. I do wear glasses, but not for that. And it is to do with my brain scrambling and struggling to process the information and also feeling confident about it. So you can imagine with a spreadsheet style computer with lots and lots of numbers and figures and formulas, it is not only something I don't want to do, so I'm really pushing myself to do it, it's also incredibly difficult to process. And it literally feels like things are jumbling around, the page is moving, and I don't have any confidence in what I've just done. So I'm finding that is really affecting my self-esteem, and I'm feeling quite stupid. And I hate that word. I shouldn't use that word, and I would tell my students off if I heard them saying that word. So I'm trying really hard to apply that kindness to myself and say, it's nothing to do with being stupid, it's to do with your processing and you need a bit longer. But it has really made me sympathise with students who are home, who are not in a typical learning environment, and particularly if they have to do their work in front of their parents or their sisters or brothers for the first time, and they might be feeling a heightened sense of performance anxiety, or their symptoms are more than likely much higher than usual. And that does have a natural effect on your self-esteem, and that's happening to me as an adult. So I can imagine children who haven't built that resilience yet will be really suffering. So I just wanted to just drop these thoughts here, really, just to say, please keep reminding your children that it's okay to fail, it's okay to take a break, it's okay to struggle processing, and you're able to come back to it and take your time, because it's nothing to do with intelligence, it's to do with just being patient with yourself and remembering that you see the world differently and you need a different approach. And there's some things you just have to get through that are horrible, and you just have to keep going, and you will get there in the end. You will. You just need to be determined. So I just want to send a big hug to all my students and their families, because we're all going through a really rough time. Lack of sleep, Groundhog Day, doing really difficult things. We're all out of our comfort zone. And you know, just please be kind to yourself more than anything. So I hope these words help in some way. Lots of love.